Hey there, interwebs. I love fantasy RPGs, and I love medieval weapons. I also love shields and armor, because few things are more satisfying than saying, no, your 22 attack roll misses. To be fair, that's a sword and board paladin in full plate with a cloak of protection, dual-wielding shield of faith, and a magic shield. But I'm not here today to talk about dual-wielding shields. I'm here to talk about good old-fashioned giant screw-you shields, better known as tower shields. Those last two words have just made all the historical purists cringe, and I can already hear the angry typing to tell me the real name is the scutum or the pavis. The fact that it could mean either one gets me to my main point. The term tower shield doesn't refer to one specific type of shield. It's a category of its own, and it includes all sorts of shields from the Roman scutum to the Genoese pavese and even the Japanese tate. Okay, that was my token attempt to pronounce things correctly, back to the atrocious American accent. I've just given 3 examples of things I consider to be tower shields, but let's get a definition out there to work with. A tower shield is a shield. In related news, a bear was spotted shitting in the woods. Obvious statements aside, a tower shield is large, significantly taller than it is wide, more or less rectangular, and provides cover for almost the entire body. The Roman scutum is the classic example, but it's by no means the oldest. The example, or should I say example, is a style of Sumerian shield made of wicker and leather which goes all the way back to the 25th century BC. In Mycenaean Greece, which was to Hellenistic Greece what Hellenistic Greece is to us, there was a similar style of rectangular tower shield made of leather-reinforced wicker. By the 15th century BC, this had gradually been replaced by a figure-of-8 style shield, which still covered the entire body and was made of several layers of bull hide and sometimes strengthened with bronze plates. The Celts of Iron Age Europe had numerous styles of shield, many fitting our definition, including the bronze-faced Battersea and Widham shields. This iconic Celtic shield type is known as the Laten style, and I would certainly consider it another subtype of tower shield. Contrary to certain popular beliefs, the Japanese also used shields, and Metatron has a great video about them linked below. One type of shield used in the pre-samurai era looked like this. Later on in the samurai era, when Ashigaru began to dominate the battlefield with their Tanegashima matchlock firearms, they did so from behind shields known as tate. You can think of these as Japanese pavises, as both were set up in a stationary position to protect groups of ranged combatants. Going a little bit outside the box, one could also consider the mantlet type of tower shield. This was used in sieges to protect the attackers from the defender's arrows. It would certainly shield you, and it definitely towers, but it's not portable the way we typically think of a shield as being. On the other hand, pavises weren't exactly supermobile offhand defenses either. Continuing to think outside the box and stretch our definition, I also consider the Norman Kite or Teardrop shield to be a kind of tower shield as well, or at least a close cousin. Its projecting bottom point defends the leg, making it long enough to offer nearly full cover. Although it offered increased protection while on horseback, it nevertheless found its way into the hands of foot soldiers, where it offered much better leg protection than the earlier round shields. If it were only a bit more rectangular, there would be no debate that it is indeed a tower shield. In fact, if you did square it off a bit, you'd have a sub-subtype of tower shield known as the Coffin Shield. In 15th century Germany, there was a very specialized type of weapon known as the Dueling Shield. It was used in judicial combat and could be wielded either on its own in both hands or rested on the ground with one hand while the user held a weapon in the other. Although it came in a lot of strange and varied shapes, it was always massive. Because it wasn't optimized for battlefield formation fighting and was too heavy for everyday carry, its use was limited to the prearranged single combat of the duel. In the cases where it's supported on the ground and paired with a weapon, it seems like another tower shield to me. Tall shields constructed using wicker and hide also remained popular in Africa, Oceania, and other exotic locations throughout the ages of exploration and imperialism. This Sudanese shield is made from hippopotamus hide, and this one is made from crocodile. The iconic isilangu used by the Zulu and other Nguni people was a pointed oval shield of cowhide which covered the user's entire body. The Azande warriors carried similarly large ornate wickerwork shields. This is a large Australian Aboriginal shield, and this one made from bark was collected during Captain Cook's first voyage there in 1770. Yes, it seems that the tower shield design was ubiquitous throughout history and all over the world. Why wouldn't it be? The purpose of a shield is to offer protection, and shields don't get much more protective than the full cover afforded by the tower style. The only question left now is, where'd they all go? The answer is, nowhere. They're still around and being used today as defense in riots. Police officers have them made from modern materials such as clear Lexan, but they still use them in the same ways as the ancient Romans. Protesters also have shields of their own, though often improvised from available items such as barrels and sheet metal. Lastly, let's not forget this is also a term used in fantasy, where there are other factors to consider. For example, it may lack the distinctive elongated shape, but the term tower shield could certainly be applied to a hobbit with a hoplon. It's inarguably offering full body protection. It's also not uncommon to see large, brutish characters rip a door off its hinges and use that. Is that a tower shield? Feel free to debate these and any other examples you want in the comments. In summary, the tall, oblong shield was and still is a popular style, and I think it'd be convenient for everyone if we had a name for it. And we do. The term tower shield, at least in my mind, isn't just a neologism for the Roman scutum. It's an entire category, including shields from all kinds of different cultures throughout time and around the world. If it's tall and you carry it for protection, it's a tower shield. The scutum isn't the only thing someone might mean when they say tower shield, but somehow I get the feeling that defending the term is never what they meant by the phrase tower defense. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.